how do you set them up for success? And so sometimes they don't even know the impediments, right? Like you said, it's like I'm in a room without light. I put in
place.
Yeah.
I put great systems in place for them. I offer training. We also have what is called MOD Academy. Mm-hmm. And so we have a training program. So they have accessibility so they can go to the academy and find different programs to benefit them. As far as, and it goes deeper. It's like dealing with difficult clients.
Yeah.
It's not just how to work social media.
Right.
How to work HAR. It's not just things that you would think. Mm-hmm. It's going deeper because sometimes if you could be having a bad day because you had difficult clients and you don't know how to handle it. So we have programs to teach you how to deal with difficult clients.
I love it. Yeah. I wrote down in my notes when we talked earlier, just train, educate, and professional.
Absolutely.
Right.
You hit it.
And so you when you said that just triggered that. It's like, oh my gosh, that's right. Dionne was talking about, you got to train people. You've got to educate them. We're here professionally. Right.
Yes.
So, and I think that goes really well with MOD.
Yes, it does.
Right. That complements you so well. And that complements your company so well. So you bring those resources to your agents. That's fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because awesome. Really your team and the people that are in your brokerage, they're almost a reflection of you in a lot of ways, because you're training them. You're teaching them, the right ways to do things. You also mentioned it's okay for them to think outside the box.
You have so many people that in every aspect of life that they go to school and they just learn and they're like, oh, you're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do that. You got to be an outside of the box thinker. Mm-hmm. You can't the instructors are meant to teach you, this is what you do this, you do that. Mm-hmm. As long as it's legal, think outside the box to get deals done. I mean, I've had to help builders, loan officers think outside the box, and it's ridiculous. And I think as a real estate agent, realtors need to understand that we are the only people that are connected to everybody in the transaction. We talk to the loan officers. We talk to the title companies. We talk to the appraisers, the inspectors, the other agents. We are that core of real estate. And sometimes we have to be the ones to think differently. We have to be the ones to say, hey, Mr. Loan Officer, if my client is to do this, this, and that, can we get the deal done?
Right.
And as a team, we work together to make things happen because it may be stuff that the loan officer doesn't know about the client. That
you just have to talk about it. And
we have to go to you to say, hey, what about this? And you say, okay, yeah, we could do that.
Right.
The client never told you, but they told us.
Interesting.
So just thinking outside the box.
Yeah, that's so important. I mean, that's why it's important to have partners that are like-minded and like-hearted.
Absolutely.
Because in the perfect world, everybody that you're working with on a transaction does think outside the box, solves problems without even bringing it up. But we both know that is not a reality.
That's not the perfect. Right?
It's not.
It'd be nice. But perfect doesn't exist. Yeah. And so that's for training and educating.
Yes.
Taking ownership of the client and the transaction and the experience, right? Because in the end, we're creating an experience for the client.
And see, part of my training is, we do have online classes, but when I instruct, it's a little bit different because it's the raw stuff. It's the core stuff. I'm not just sitting here saying 1 + 1 = 1 = 2. Mm-hmm. I'm giving you the things that get you by, like the real stuff in real estate.
Right.
The things that the day-to-day operations, the things that you're going to deal with. I help people build teams. I help people to be successful in real estate.
Yeah. Well, 26 years of experience with
21.
I'm sorry, 21. Sorry, 21. Let me don't want to jump ahead there. So 21 years of experience in starting off on your own, building your team. Gosh, launching off out of RE/MAX, right? I mean, that was a big deal for you.
Yeah, I was with RE/MAX for 19 and a half years. And
I mean, that's the chunk of your career.
19 and a half.
Yeah.
And it was like, should I
stay or
should I leave? Should I stay? And so I had some milestones, some birthday milestones, and we won't talk about that. And milestones with last year being my 20th year in business. And I picked an office. We're in the Upper Kirby area. And I picked an office that was not ready. It was a Pilates studio, and we had to design it. And then we finally got the walls up. We still had the tape all on walls where they needed to come back. And I was like, God just told me. He's like, move. And I moved, and I had like a little TV tray as my desk. 2 TV trays, one for my papers and one for my desk. And I moved February 11th of 2022. And I moved without getting all my awards because I had a killer 21 year.
Right.
I was just like, it wasn't important to me.
Yeah.
What was important was my mission and my goal for my company and to get that started.
What is that mission?
I have, for me, the mission is to train realtors, to teach, to give the knowledge that I have.
Yeah.
To these people that are coming in that are clueless.
Yeah.
To restructure some of the people that's been in the business a while that's learned wrong. And just to give, just to really, really, I care about people. I care about the transactions. I care about the realtor success. And just to give knowledge to anyone who opens up my door.
Yeah. I think that goes back to, if I draw it back, it would go back to that experience of buying your first home. Right. Yes. And that kind of the trauma, right? I'm like,
it was
trauma.
My
gosh. And then, right.
You don't know, it was so much trauma, but you learn from your mistakes. And maybe if I never went through that, I wouldn't feel so passionate about where I am today.
Yeah. Cause if you moved in and it was a perfectly furnished home that had everything that you wanted.
I had the best real estate agent.
And you probably
wouldn't have
be just like that person.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have maybe not even gotten into the
You'd just be
industry.
You would be in accounting somewhere. And maybe
no, I wouldn't be in
anything else.
You start working in your field and you're like, this is not what I want to do.
Yeah.
So yes. But I wouldn't have been in that. I think I still would have been in real estate, but I definitely would have probably had a different mindset.
Yeah.
That this is how you're supposed to do real estate. And this was a good agent.
Yeah.
And because you learn from 2 ways. You either learn what not to do or, learn, what to do.